Hey there, and welcome to this course on learning how to deploy Dockerized applications to AWS Elastic Beanstalk. This is your friend Rishabh, and let's just jump right into the content of the course. So I chose to make this course mainly because I recently learned how to deploy Dockerized applications to Elastic Beanstalk, and it was such a pain to understand the internals of it, how EB extensions work, how one can use volumes inside Beanstalk, what it takes to scale a Beanstalk application, and in general, is Beanstalk application really something that you want to use for your company or for your next project. So we would be covering all that in great detail in this course. So for the content, I have chosen this introduction video. Throughout the course, we would be Dockerizing a React application which is running in front of Nginx server, which we will aim to deploy and scale on Elastic Beanstalk by the end of this video, by the end of this course. So why I chose to use a React app, it's just because it's the easiest to bootstrap, and mostly everyone who is working in the web development community knows how to work with a simple React application. But still, this course is primarily focused on AWS and its resources. So if you don't care about React applications or creating a Dockerized application, and you just want to learn how to deploy your already Dockerized application, you can skip the first 4 videos of this course, and then you can just jump right into the AWS resources and what we will be using. So in the first video, we have the simple React application. In the second video, we Dockerize it. We see how we run that application on a Docker environment. Then we have add Docker Compose for our local development. We add the Nginx configurations, and then we test that project locally using Docker. Then coming into the bulk of this course, we will basically be talking about what AWS is, how it can provide you the services you need, and what resources we will use. To name some of the resources, obviously this is Elastic Beanstalk, so we would be using AWS Elastic Beanstalk, but in reality, a Dockerized application on AWS Elastic Beanstalk is behind the scenes running on something called ECS, which is the AWS's Elastic Container Service. This service can run standalone and run Docker containers, and it could pick up Docker containers off of Docker Hub, but we will use, in our case, something called ECR, Elastic Container Registry, which is just like Docker Hub and another place to privately store our repositories. And in our use case, I feel it's a little cheaper. For the purpose of demonstration, I'll also use Docker Hub, but we could always use Docker Hub, or we could use ECR. We'll also be going through a service called Code Pipeline to have a CD pipeline, a continuous deployment pipeline to deploy everything that we have on a React application, and any changes that we make and push to GitHub so that they automatically deploy on our Beanstalk application. We will be creating the AWS resources together. We would set up our requirements. Then we have these bonus tutorials I just mentioned, some learning about ECS, some learnings about ECR. Then we would be writing those all important docker run.aws.json files, which actually have all the configuration that we need to run our Beanstalk applications. We'll finally deploy our applications. We'll set up a code pipeline, and we'll also test the deployment a couple of times. We'll be learning something called, which is sometimes very useful for our Docker applications, called EB extensions. This can help us fetch secrets from AWS Secrets Manager, run some specific code on provisioning our applications, or maybe dynamically provide more storage from our to our Docker containers. So all that good stuff we'll be covering in a bonus lecture. Finally, as we all know, AWS is a paid resource. We don't want to pay too much when we're just working on pet projects. We'll make sure we clean up all our resources on AWS and wrap up this course. I'm looking forward to starting this journey with you. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section. I'll be there to help you. I'll try to reply to as many comments as possible. So let's just jump right in. See you in the next video.